Sorry about this, folks. Hopefully I haven't lost anybody. If I haven't, or if I have, then I apologize. And let's see. Let's go. All right, it looks like I'm good now. Can anybody see? You guys see me? All right, we're just gonna go ahead and start. Oh, yay, Tammy! I had to go off my internet, home internet, and I went to using my phone data. So hopefully that works, and we'll see. Anyway, so mystery stamping. Here's what we're going to need. Welcome. Let me start this over again. Welcome. It is Friday, Fun Friday. It is Friday, June 28th, our last Friday of June. Gosh, I can't believe we're already at the end of June. Where's this time year gone? Yep, deep breath, Tammy, definitely. You understand that with technical difficulties. So we go in through our mouth, out through our mouth. No, in through our nose, out through our mouth. That's what I used to tell my students. And you count to 10, and then you exhale, count to 10. And it resets you. So anyway, all right, we're going to do mystery stamping. And if you have joined me live, great. I hope you have all your supplies with you. Let me remind you what supplies you need. If not, you can always catch us on a replay either here on Facebook on my business page, or you can catch it. I will have it up on my YouTube channel starting tomorrow, and you can see the list of supplies needed in the description on YouTube, and you can pull everything together and then craft along with me. So I hope you choose to do that. So here's what we need. We need a piece of, I have 4 1/4 by 11, or you can go 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, either one for our card base. Then we have a piece of DSP, mostly a solid color in a 4 by 4. Then we need 3 pieces of DSP that coordinates in 1 by 3 1/2. And if they have a pattern like this one does, you want to make sure you keep the patterns in order and keep your patterns in mind when you're doing this, because this card will be a vertical card. It won't be a horizontal, it will be a vertical card. Then we also need a piece of cardstock that is 3 by 2 1/4, and then a piece of white cardstock that is 2 3/4 by 2. And then we also have a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 white cardstock, and a piece of a 1/2 inch by about 6 inch DSP that coordinates with the DSP you're using on the outside. Or, oops, I just gave away a hint. Anyway, another piece of coordinating DSP. So let me go ahead and put these aside, and I will bring out our clues. Afterwards, I will show you how my card turned out, because I'm going to use this and craft on the side where you guys can't see. And I will show you 2 cards that I made earlier that I did using this card sketch. So here is our first clue, and what you're going to do is you're going to score your card base either 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 or 11 by 4 1/4 and half. So if you're using an 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, you're going to score it at 4 1/4 on the 8 1/2 inch side. If you're using the 11 by 4 1/4, you're going to score it at 5 1/2 along the 11 inch side. So let's go ahead and do that. And when you're done, go ahead and type done in the comments so I can see and be ready to move on. So, hi Shannon, I'm glad you found us. You found me again. I ended up having to go off of my home internet, and I'm using my data from my cell phone in order to connect with you guys. I don't know what happened with the other one. I see some shadows, so let me go ahead and play with the light a little bit. And let's see if this light helps. I'm not sure. I used to never have problems with this new light that I got that gives us for my new light, but I've been having problems lately. I'm not sure why. There's another one. I'm going to turn on the light above my table, the dining room table, and see if that helps. So It's much brighter. Okay. You're not crafting along, Tammy, but you'll watch. Oh, cool. All right. Shannon, are you crafting along with me? If you are, this is our first step, and scoring and creating our card base. So, all right. I'm going to go ahead and move on to step number 2, clue number 2 in our mystery stamping. And you'll be hearing your 3.5 by 1 inch strips of DSP. But before you do this, you want to make sure that when you put them side by side, if they have patterns, they match up. It's really important. The first step in this, oh, you're resting outside. Watch me. Oh, it must be nice. We don't rest outside in the temperatures we're having right now because we'd come back like burnt bacon. So anyway, you're going to hear the first strip to the left side of the 4x4 DSP, making sure it is 1/4 inch from the left, top and bottom edges. So go ahead and attach your first piece of DSP. And like I said, I'm doing this along with you, but to the side so you can't see. You're tired. Oh, I don't blame you. You're working full time. It happens. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere my first piece. And then after that, what you're going to do is, then you're going to, 75 degrees at your house. I would love for that. Right now, I think we're in the low 90s, maybe the upper 80s. And a week from now, we're supposed to be in the low 100s. Not looking fun to that. All right. Step number 2 is you're going to adhere the third strip to the right side of the DSP, making sure it is 1/4 inch from the right, top and bottom edges. So you're not adhering your middle piece yet. You're adhering the first and third piece of your DSP. So, all right. And I'm not sure what kind of, anything above 80 is too hot for me. Oh, you would melt away then over here in East Contra, Costa County, because we're actually having, I think we're having what they would consider a cooler summer because so far, because we haven't had as many long straight strings of days that are 90 plus degrees so far. We've had some nice little breaks in between. And your third step is going to adhere the second strip in the middle between the 2 other strips. So you're going to make sure that it's 1/4 inch from the top and the bottom, and then it's right in the middle, so there's even spacing between the middle, the second strip, and the first and third strip that you've adhered. So, all right. Give you just another minute or so to do this, and then we'll move on to the next step. If you're watching this, just a note, if you're watching this on a replay, then go ahead and let me know that you're watching this on a replay, #replay, and you can also pause this. You can hit the pause button, do what you need to do, and move on if I'm moving too fast for you. So let's go ahead and go on to mystery clue number 3. All right. Adhere the 4x4 DSP to the top of the card, leaving an equal amount of space between the left, top, and right side. So that's what I'm doing right now. We're adhering that 4x4 to the top of the card with equal space between the top, left, and right side. I tell you, I had fun making this card a couple other ways earlier so that I could show you a couple different versions of it with different DSP and colors, cardstock colors. And I'm going to put them out for you guys to see, and then I'm going to have you guys vote and see if you guys can figure out which one is my favorite. So, oh, definitely, Shannon, definitely. If you guys do this, Please post and share it with me on my Facebook business page. I would love to see the cards that you guys create with this. All right, let's move on to clue number 4. You're going to stamp your sentiment on the 2 3/4 by 2 inch cardstock. So I'm gonna get my stamp and my ink together. I'm trying to remember if I remember which, I can't remember which stamp I was gonna use. I know what stamp set I'm using. I think I'm gonna do that one. Let's see. No, I'm gonna do that one instead. No, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna use that one. So, make sure I get my ink. So, anyway, let's go ahead and stamp. Perfect. Set that aside and go ahead. Tomorrow and Sunday you'll be stamping and scrapbooking. Sounds like a great plan for your weekend. Tomorrow I'm cleaning bathrooms and planning my my class. Oh, I have some exciting news to share with you guys at the end, and I will share that with you at the end of this. The technical issues I was having at the beginning, I totally forgot about something that's really important that I want to share with you. So actually 2 things I'm going to share with you. So yeah, anyway, I'll do that. It says now adhere the white cardstock, that one we just stamped on, to the center of the 3 by 2 1/4 cardstock, colored cardstock. So we're going to attach that. I don't know about you guys, but this is fun. I think I'm going to start doing this on a more regular basis because I had fun doing this and creating this mystery stamping. I tell you, at first it intimidated me. The idea of it really scared me, but once I got it together, it was like, oh man, this is fun. All right, on to clue number 6. We're almost there. We're over halfway through. All right, clue number 6 is using the Stampin' Dimensionals. You're going to adhere the 3 by 2 1/4 cardstock to the bottom right corner, leaving approximately a 1/2 inch space from the bottom of the card. Maybe I give too many details, but oh well. Some people give a lot of details. Some people just give very, very vague details, and that is sort of fun because you see so many different things that come from the stamp or from the card project that you make. We'll go ahead, put this together. So once this is when you're very detail orientated, Shannon. I can be, although I'm gonna be honest with you, I used to be very, very not controlling, but I've needed to make sure everything was done the way I used to do it. And then I realized I really can't. There's more than one way to do something. And it's made me realize I can just sort of let go and let people have fun. And finding myself wanting to go rogue on cards and card classes made me realize there's so much fun when you do it that way. So, Tammy, I thought so too, but seeing this is completely, oh, good. Oh, yeah. You could do a lot of mystery stamping on your life too, Tammy. All right. So we've got that attached, and that was probably more than enough time because I was chatting away. Clue number 7, you're going to adhere the 5.5 inch or 6 inch piece of strip of DSP to the right side or left side. You can adhere it to the side of your white 5 1/4 by 4 inch cardstock. And so let's just, I think I'm using too much glue. Some of my paper is starting to warp a little bit. All right, I'm gonna attach this and hope it dries quickly so I can trim it without getting too gunky. But I do have my special scissors for gunk. All right. Oh, this is a little bit, all right. Trim away if you need to. And you've attached it. I'm too by the book kind of person. Yes, when I cook, I follow the recipe to a T. I follow the recipe to a T and my cookie still doesn't turn out. I wish I could throw it together. My husband does a great job throwing food together and not necessarily following recipes. I mean, he made something one time. I'm like, oh, this is so good. I need to know what recipe did you use so I can make it again. And he's like, I don't know. I just sort of threw this in, threw that in. He makes excellent, excellent food. Actually, growing up, the kids always knew it was a great meal coming if they knew Dad was cooking. They always knew it was the standby of spaghetti or meatloaf or something like that if Mom was cooking, or as breakfast for dinner. So, all right, next clue. Adhere the 5 1/4 by 4 white cardstock inside the card. Ooh. Too much glue on that. Yep, a little too much glue on that. We'll wipe that off. All right. So there we go. All right. I like to bake. I'm not a big cook. I'm not a big cook at all. I'll be honest with you, Shannon. I love to bake. And I got that from my granny. My granny loved to bake too. So my favorite thing is baking. All right. Last but not least, step 9 or clue 9. If you want to embellish the card front, now is the time to add those items. So I'm going to add, because you could see the colors I was using, I'm going to add some of the purple fine shimmer gems to the front of my card. And then I'll show you what the card looks like. All right. Where's my take a pic tool? There it is. All right, let's see. We're going to do that there, that one there, and let's see, the small one here. Oh, you know what? Let's see. Nope, we're not in anymore. All right. So I've embellished mine. I hope you guys have finished embellishing yours. Let's go ahead and I will show you how my card turned out. All right. So here is my card that I've made. All right. Let's see. That's crooked. Oh, there it is. So I used the Perennial Lavender DSP, and I used Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather as my cardstocks. Thanks, Tammy. I appreciate that. And then I used, oh, I'm glad you love it too, Shannon. I used Hope Your Day is a Happy One. And I used Olive, and then I love this Pretty in Peacock. And then I went to the Pretty in Peacock earlier. I was trying to decide which of the side of the DSP I wanted to use. If I wanted to use this or the other side. And I almost went with the other side because it has the pretty pattern of flowers and everything else. But then I thought how striking the Pretty in Peacock would be against the Gorgeous Grape on the inside. And it ties into this background here. So do you want me to show you the other ones I came up with? The very first one I did, I used the Wildly Flowering and DSP, and this blue, I love these blues, and this blue actually is the very same back piece of this brown, and I figured it looked really nice against the, oh, thank you, Tammy. Thanks, Shannon. This one, I love the color of the pop against the early espresso. And I had to use a little wild wheat because I've got a little bit of that paper left and I want to use it up. But I figured this looked really pretty here with the dots, and it tied into some of the wild wheat gold color that you had in the flowers. So we have that one. And then we have, I did two with the little latte yeah, Little Latte DSP. And I have this one. It says, oh, I didn't do the inside though. Oops, the inside's naked. But anyway, I did this and it said, just love spending time with you. And then the other one uses the little latte as well. You like the wild wheat. Oh, you like wild wheat. Shannon, that's cool. It's, not many of us like it. Well, I can't say that. I like it, but I like it when I use it as an accent color. So it's not my favorite, but it does have a great purpose at times. This is another one. I love it. And you can't tell that it's coffee from the coffee paper. And what I also did, and you can zhuzh it up a little bit, is I added an extra piece. Actually, the petal pink is the size that the white is that we're doing. Don't tell Patty. I think she's figured it out. When you said that you were going to send a birthday card to her using all wild wheat, I think she figured out that you like it. But anyway, I added another layer for the sentiment so that I had these two colors popping off each other. And then I loved the pecan pie. And what I did to give this a little bit of dimension, since it wasn't DSP, because it's actually pecan pie cardstock, is I ran it through my painted texture embossing folder. It was the, oh, that's nice comment for me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's, you know, wild wheat has its purposes. And I mean, it works for some things, but I don't think it's a huge, it's not like everyone's #1 color. But, you know, I'm just not a browns and kind of people. I remember when it first came out, one of the other demos I was watching, she was talking about how it reminded her of baby stuff, which we sort of laughed at. So, but anyway, here are my 4 cards using this sketch. I was wondering which one, let me see if I'm going to pull this out straight, pull it out a little bit so you guys can see them all. You can see a little bit more of my messy desk. But peach pie is pretty. No, I really liked peach pie. I have to say, I liked all of them this time around. Peach pie isn't my favorite, but I love it more than I like wild wheat. My favorite of this time around is Summer Splash and Petunia Pop. But there's what I would like to know is which one is your favorite? Is it the coffee cup? Is it the peachy petal pink swirl? Is it the lavender, or is it the wildly flowering? And then wondering which one you think is my favorite. So I'm just curious to know. Leave your message. You love the one with the wild wheat. Oh, a vote for wild wheat from Tammy. All right. And this was the very first one I played with, and I was afraid that maybe this might be too much white space, but it isn't. It actually is really nice. It's a good amount of space. And this is one of my favorite stamp sets, the Courage and Faith. Your favorite card is the coffee cup one. I think you like you think I like wild wheat. You think the one, Tammy thinks this is the one I did today. This is my favorite one. Shannon, you're saying that you think the one with wild wheat is my favorite one? Well, I'm going to tell you guys something. My favorite one is actually this one. I'm not a big fussy cupping. Oh, or the top right. Oh, this one? Yeah, this one is actually my favorite. This one's my favorite. And there's something about fussy cutting this, and it was so easy to fussy cut. And I have, if you look at it, the coffee mug actually pops up. I used additional adhesive Stampin' Dimensionals to pop it up. And I just loved the colors and everything else. I love everything about it. So anyway, thank you so much. I enjoyed this with you guys. You wouldn't have guessed that this is my favorite, Tammy? Yeah, it is. I think there's something about the colors in here, because I really love Calypso Coral, and I like it with this Lemon Lolly, and there's something about the mug that I just love. I don't know why, but it is. I'll look forward to seeing your card, Shannon. I want to say thank you to you guys for joining me. And if you've joined me on a replay, I'm glad you found me and you joined me on my replay. I would love to see any cards that you make. Share them on my business page under this live, and I look forward to seeing them. Have a great weekend. Oh, I've almost forgot. Announcement, Tammy, I almost forgot. Yay. Just so you guys know, Tammy and I are going out on a wonderful adventure on starting Tuesday of next week, starting July 2nd. Tammy and I are collaborating on something called Teach It Tuesday, and Tammy will be hosting a Facebook Live on Tuesday mornings at 11 a.m., which is Cards by TLC, and I will be doing a Facebook Live on Friday afternoons at 4 o'clock here at my Stampin' with Jen Facebook page. And we are going to be teaching you guys how to use different color combinations, how to do different fun folds, how to use different sketches, and we're even talking, we're going to also focus occasionally on a stamp set or bundle, and we're going to show you different ways to do that one theme that week. And this coming Tuesday, when we do our first Teach It, Tuesday Teach It, Teach It, Tuesday Teach It, Teach It Tuesday. Oh my goodness, Tammy. I'm doing it crazy. I'm doing Tuesday at 4 p.m. Tammy's doing 11 a.m. on Tuesday on her Facebook page at Cards by TLC. I'm doing it here at my Facebook page on Stampin' with Jen. And we're going to be focusing on the color combo of red, white, and blue. And it's Teach It Tuesday. I'm butchering it, Tammy. I should have left you to do in the announcement. But anyway, I hope you guys join us on Tuesday for Teach It Tuesday, and we will be posting more, so watch our Facebook and blogs, our Facebook pages, our blogs, and other social media, and we will be reminding you about joining us on Tuesday. So have a great weekend, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.